Hi everyone, this is Jessica from A Diamond in the Sticks YouTube channel. If this is the first time you've been to my channel, I want to welcome you in here. You're always welcome to and in my channel. And I appreciate those of you who watch me. Anyways, today what I'm going to do in this video, or tonight, it's actually nighttime as you can see outside it's dark. But anyways, tonight what I figure I'd do in this video is show y'all inside my refrigerator. So like what's in my fridge and also what's in my freezer. And I just want to kind of in general talk about too. Sorry for all the noise too, by the way. I can't help it. That's why I don't really like doing inside videos, is because noise is always a factor. And I have like 9 cats in my house. So those one of the cats that I have. That's my cat Nacho. He's crippled up and disabled, but he has gotten better. And my cats do like to climb on the table, on the refrigerator, and on the countertops. So anyways, back to talking about this refrigerator and what's in my fridge and what's in my freezer. I got this refrigerator back in the year of 2021, I believe, and it is a Frigidaire name brand. I'm pretty sure it's the cheapest refrigerator that you could get back then. Even probably still, that's Nacho, and then there's Salem. But it's probably still the cheapest refrigerator that you can get that's on the market. Back then, I bought it from a place, that's my cat Maximo. They're going to be fighting, sorry. But anyways, they like to horseplay with each other. Anyways, it's still probably the cheapest refrigerator you can get on the market. And back then, I got it at a place that don't exist no more. It's a place called Sears. And I think they stopped having that store around here where I live at in Letcher County, Kentucky, back in a few years ago. I'm not really sure. But anyways, back in 2021, whenever I bought this refrigerator, I did buy this refrigerator with the last pandemic stimulus check money. And I'm not positive, but I think it was like $600 is what the last stimulus check was. But that's what I used the stimulus check money to buy, was a refrigerator. And whenever I did buy this refrigerator, it was the last one. And my lighting's not good in my house, I'm sorry. But as you can kind of see right there on the side of it, it does have like a dent in it. But it was the last one on the store floor. So I went ahead and took it because I needed a refrigerator, and this was the cheapest one that I could get. And I'm not positive, but I think I paid, including taxes and everything, back then, I think I paid either $700 or $800 or $900 for it. And back then, the reason I got it in this black color is because I was decorating at the time with black, but now I'm not. And if I had the money to buy a new refrigerator now, I would either get one in stainless steel or stainless steel and black mixed, or solid white. But obviously I don't have the money right now to get that. I don't like this refrigerator. I just make do with what I got while I am, unfortunately, right now poor, until I do get better. And this refrigerator has torn up on me a few times, but we've got it worked out enough that we can use it to operate with or whatever. And I think refrigerators are probably one of the most expensive household appliances that you can buy. And so that's probably obviously why I haven't gotten a new refrigerator since then. But anyways, and before we open up the refrigerator and I show you what's in there, the person who buys the groceries, because it is towards the end of the month, and they're the ones who buys the groceries with their money that they work for. And so I do not go grocery shopping with them. And they took my two daughters and let my daughters pick out what they wanted. And we do not receive food stamps. We have not received food stamps since the spring of April of 2023. And the last time I received food stamps was the pandemic food stamps through the stimulus stuff. And we do not qualify for food stamps, and we are not eligible for food stamps. And I have tried to get food stamps since then, but I am not willing to lie about nothing or send for them to get them. And we're just still not eligible for food stamps. So I don't want to try to get them. So anyways, I figured I'd let y'all know that and tell y'all that. That's my cat Maximo. So let's look inside of my freezer part. Let's start over here in the freezer door. Now earlier today, I did a video of my YouTube friend, Stacy, Saving with Stacy. She showed me on one of her videos, it was talking about it on one of her videos, how you could cut up peppers and put them in the freezer and it will save you money and food and stuff, and the food won't go to waste. So I got that tip from her, and I did do a video earlier today about that. And so that's what that is, and I'll probably keep them in there for a few months. Then over here on the bottom and on the top, as you can see, we have potato cakes, and those are for my youngest daughter. And this package on the bottom is older than what's on top, so we'll use that first. Then this ice cream is what my youngest daughter picked out. And like a lot of people nowadays, I'm sure because of economic reasons and financial situations, whenever we shop, whether it's the person who pays their cash money or me whenever I buy things with my cash money, we try to stick to the cheaper items like store name brands or as cheap as we can get. But unfortunately, it seems like nowadays, because of economic reasons, seems like most people are doing the same thing, whether they're in a higher class, middle class, or if they're poor. And I have opinions on that, obviously, when it comes to the middle class doing it and to the higher classes doing it. I wish they wouldn't, because it really hurts us people who are in the bottom of the bottom poor class right now, or the less fortunate. And but I won't talk about all that in this video. But I will say, from what I've experienced, it makes it very hard nowadays to even get the cheapest items off the shelves or going with store brands, because so many people are doing it. They're always empty, unless if you know when the delivery trucks deliver and you're first to get there, you're probably not going to get like the cheaper stuff. Unfortunately, even if you're poor, you're probably going to have to get there or whenever you get there, unless if you're not the first one to get there, you're probably gonna have to pay a higher price for your items, unfortunately. So that's all I'll say about that. Anyways, back to what's in my freezer. And I don't care about how dirty my freezer and refrigerator is, because I have so many cats in my house for one reason, and it's real hard on me to clean it up all the time, and I just don't care because, like I've told y'all in other videos, I don't like living here, and I don't like this refrigerator, and you can call me whatever you feel like you want to call me. I don't care, because I am lazy, I admit to it, and I just don't want to clean it. There's no point in it the way I feel. So anyways, this is a back view of kind of like what's in the door and what's in the top of the freezer. And the person who bought these groceries did just go grocery shopping. Like, excuse me, sorry, I got the hiccups and the burps, but I guess acid reflux. But anyways, they went grocery shopping probably about 3 or 4 hours ago. So this is what they brought back, for the week. And I don't really know exactly how much they spent, but they probably spent about, I'd say a little bit over $100. But sometimes, if they're lucky or whatever, they usually spend about $200 a week on groceries. So anyways, this is the other part of the freezer, what's in here. This right here is toasters, scramblers. I would say my oldest daughter, which I'm guessing, I'd say she was the one who picked those out. And all these groceries, like I said, unless if I go grocery shopping myself, and unless it's my cash money, these groceries are usually something that it's not what I would prefer to eat whenever someone else is getting them. It's more so what they want to eat, or it's more so of what my two daughters pick out that they want to eat. And my two daughters are like them, and they don't eat healthy, and they're real picky eaters, and they also live on junk food and carbs. So anyways, back to what's in the freezer here. And I would prefer, obviously, if I had the money to eat healthier, I would like to prefer to eat fruits and vegetables. I actually like fruits and vegetables, and also good proteins and stuff like that, because but I don't have that kind of money. So anyways, and I wasn't the one who bought these groceries. So here we go. We got some sausage patties, and we used this one on top first because it's halfway gone. Then we got some curly fries, and we'll use this one right here on top, but in the front first. We have some packages of hamburger meat, and I'll kind of show you guys. I don't think this is a whole pound, but this is kind of like what our prices is here locally. Our local nice grocery store is called Food City, so that's what it looks like. And the price on it is $4.99. I don't really think that's a pound, but I don't know, it says it is, I guess. But anyways, and then here's another one. We got 2 packages of it. There's another one for $4.46. Let's get this back here. Then they got a package of chicken patties. And then this has been in the freezer for a while. It's chicken breast, and it's almost gone. Then here on the bottom shelf, we have, and like I said, it is dirty, and like I said, I don't plan on cleaning it, so whatever. But anyways, we got a package of toaster strudels, and mostly my youngest daughter eats them. And she's real bad about eating the sweets, like the icing that comes in with them. That's why there's only 2 packages left, and there's a lot of the toaster strudels left. Then if you look back there in the back, there is some like skincare routine frozen items. Those belong to my youngest daughter because she is all into like the primping stuff, the girly girl stuff, and so those belong to her. We got 2 ice trays, nothing fancy, and then that's all that's in the freezer. Now we're going to go into what's in the bottom of the refrigerator. And I guess I'll start on what's on top first. Over here in the top shelf of the refrigerator part, we have waters. Now I do prefer, I ain't gonna lie, I prefer to drink pop or coffee or something now, or tea or whatever, juice, whatever. But you know, I just drink and eat whatever's here, you know. And I am addicted to drinking like pop if it's in front of me, or any kind of food as far as that goes. But anyways, here in the middle we have some flavored waters. Those belong to my oldest daughter and the person who paid for the groceries. I do not drink flavored waters like that. The only kind of flavored waters that I've drank, that I like to drink, that I tried, is the Splash name brand citrus flavored waters, and I prefer the kind that come in the either tangerines or orange flavors. I do, and I will drink the lemon flavored ones too, but the Splash name brand waters are very, very hard to find around here, and I've not tried too many name brands when it comes to the flavored waters, but I'm not real big on them. Okay, and then we have a package of hamburger meat here. I'll show you guys. I'm letting it thaw out because I plan on using it tomorrow for something. $4.94 is what that price tag is on that. Just a little bitty pack of hamburger meat. Then here in the back, we got some mayonnaise. This is the olive oil flavor. Now I did buy this with my cash money because I prefer to eat mayonnaise name brand or mayonnaise. I don't like Miracle Whip, and I do prefer my mayonnaise with olive oil in it, and so does my oldest daughter. But I did buy that a while back. It's still good for to cook with my cash money. Then we got some eggs. The one on top is mostly empty. The one on the bottom is the new one. And then my oldest daughter put her drink in here. She got bubble tea. She likes to drink them. And then down here in the middle part of the shelf, like I said, it's dirty and I'm sitting down now. They got some processed meats, and I hate processed meats. I absolutely hate them. I don't like sandwich meats like that. I like a thicker cut sandwich meat. And then these Lunchables are for my youngest daughter. And then over here on this middle shelf, this biscuits and crescent rolls are something my youngest daughter picked out. And then if you can see back in there, there's a jar that we keep using of homemade grape jelly, and it's been in there for quite a while, but we're still using it, and so far we've not gotten sick. Like I said, my refrigerator is dirty, and then there's probably some stuff in this refrigerator that needs to be thrown away too, but I'm not going to do it. Anyways, right here we got some this is some kind of, I've never drank these before. This is for my youngest daughter. She likes this stuff, and I have never in my life drunk a Monster drink at all. And I've never drunk one of these things, a Bloom drink or whatever. But those are something that my youngest daughter or oldest daughter picked out. And then here we got some heavy whipping cream. Both of my daughters use that for their coffee, and also sometimes to make like milkshakes and stuff with. But I've noticed since we've been in here, I'll have to tell the person who bought the groceries and remind them, because obviously they've forgotten. But they forgot to get milk and caramel mocha coffee, and both of my daughters and I also drink the coffee like that, but they forgot those two things. Anyways, right here we got some cheese, crackers, and pepperonis. It's one of those like charcuterie or charcuterie or I can't say that word. Charcuterie boards, or whatever they're called. My youngest daughter picks out stuff like that. Then we got here on close to the bottom, we got some kind of thing that my daughter picked out that she wanted to try. Those two things right there, they go together. My youngest daughter picked them out to try. Then my cat Maximo, I'm sorry, he's trying to get in the refrigerator, but Maximo quit. Anyways, we got a package of vegetable stir fry. Now this right here, it's probably been in the refrigerator. It probably needs to be thrown away, to be honest. Yeah, it's probably getting old. But that's something the person who bought the groceries, they always pick out, and they are always so bad about not using, and it always goes bad. But anyways, they don't like for me to throw things out of the refrigerator or whatever, so that's why I never do, because they get upset about it. Maximo quit. He's trying to bite and scratch me. Quit, Maximo. Anyways, Maximo, I don't have pajama bottoms on either, and it really hurts. But anyways, here's some more of the boba teas. I probably will try one of these just to try them. But actually, my oldest daughter brought these over here, and they're hers. But she got them gave to her. There is places in this county that I live in. Maximo, get, if you're gonna be mean. There is places in this county that I live at that is good about once a month. You don't have to be on food stamps. It's open to the public, to everyone. But they usually do it about once a month. Maximo quit. But anyways, they will give out food to people, and I don't never know what it is. No one does. It's just whatever. And anyways, though, they will. They're good about doing it. And there's also a place in both the counties that is next to me. Both Pike County, there's a place over there, and there's also a place in Perry County, Hazard, that does it too. And and even Letcher County, there's like 2 different places that usually does it at least once a month in Letcher County, the county that I live in. Like I said, you don't have to be on food stamps. It's open to everyone that lives in that county. It's open to the public, no matter what your income is or whatever. And they do give out like some type of food usually once a month. The only bad thing is you have to get up really early. I mean, like even a couple hours usually before it's time for that, like them to hand out stuff. And they won't start early. They start exactly when they say they're going to. And usually it's so crowded. Like there's usually between 300 to 500 vehicles anytime any place is giving away something like that for free. And also inside all the vehicles, there's usually anywhere from like 3 family members up to like 10 people for each vehicle. So they run out of stuff a lot of times too. So that's the bad part if you're not on time about, going to that stuff, getting stuff for free like that. Anyways, so that's where she got that from for free, was one of the 2 places that still hand out stuff like that monthly in the county that I live in. And those places, like I was trying to say, they even started doing that around here in eastern Kentucky, the counties that I mentioned before. They started doing that too, even before the whole pandemic. So they've been doing that for years. They probably started doing that probably in like the fall before the pandemic happened. So probably like around October or so of 2019, they started doing that in the counties that I said, Perry County, Letcher County. I think Letcher County did like try to start it back then, but they wasn't doing it as much as like what Perry County was doing it. And then I think Pike County, there's a place over in Pike County that does it, but it's so far away from me because it's like over or right at an hour drive for me just to drive to that place. And it's the same thing with any place that's going to give out something for free, especially if you don't put like a limit on it or say it's for a certain income or group of people. Everybody and their neighbor and their whole family members will show up, and so they run out of things a lot of time too, and you have to wait for hours and hours ahead of time in your vehicle in line just to get anything. So it makes it real difficult. But they did start doing that stuff even before the pandemic situation happened back then. So the fall of 2019. Anyways, here on the bottom we got water. And I admit I am very lazy about drinking bottled water, and instead of like pouring it in a glass, a drinking glass or whatever. And then here's part of the refrigerator that tore up, was this bottom part, and I admit to not cleaning it. And also up here, this refrigerator doesn't have a light on it. It messed up and I never did get a replacement. And then here, my youngest daughter just threw this in here. My youngest daughter picked out this banana pudding for herself, so that's something else she got tonight, but she's been eating on. And then here on the bottom shelf, this is the cheese drawer, and we have all different types of cheeses, sandwich cheeses, and like string cheese and shredded cheeses, different kind. And my daughter, my youngest daughter, and my oldest daughter, Maxwell, quit. But anyways, they, and even myself sometimes, I'm not a huge fan of cheese though, but they are. I like cheese in stuff though, but they're pretty big cheese fans. And so anyways, they use a lot of different types of cheeses. So that's what's in the bottom shelf. Now we're going to start over here on the bottom, since I'm sitting down and it's so hard for me to get up. Here's what's on the bottom shelf. This is, like I said, there's probably some stuff that needs to be thrown out. But anyways, this is a back view of what's in the bottom shelf. And then here on the door in general, the refrigerator door. And like I said, it is dirty and I don't plan on cleaning it. Anyways, and we're all sauce lovers here in this household. Every single one of us is. Anyways, I bought this minced garlic a while back. It's still okay though. I bought it to cook with. There's my cat Maximo. He's wanting to be loved on. Anyways, here's a thing of honey barbecue sauce. Here's a thing of apple cider vinegar, and it's actually a good name brand, Bragg name brand. And as you can kind of tell by some of this stuff, if it's full like that and it looks old, it's probably been in here a while. And unfortunately, I admit to it, I had intentions on, I know it's healthy to drink like a tablespoon a day of apple cider vinegar, and I intended on doing it. I just never did get around to it. So that's why that's in there. Then we got some pepperoncini. I'll use those sometimes to cook with. I bought those a while back. They're still good. Here's a thing of Taco Bell taco sauce. That's been in the refrigerator for a while, and I did buy that, but we've never used it. And then here's some vinegar. Here's a thing of caramel syrup. Here, Maximo, you move to this side. And then here's another thing of vinegar, but it's halfway used. Here's another thing, and this one's real old. I know it is, but it's apple cider vinegar. I bought that years ago, so it's been in there probably too long. Probably does need to be thrown away. And then here on this middle shelf is a thing of Miracle Whip, and I hate Miracle Whip. I was not the one who bought this, and both of my daughters, I don't think, Maximo quit. He's clawing me in my back, but I don't think neither one of them really like Miracle Whip. And then here is a thing of Chick-fil-A sauce that's new. My youngest daughter, she likes that. Here's some sweet relish. Here is some Worcestershire or Worcestershire, Worcestershire, however the heck you say it. Here is some Worcestershire sauce. And I got that from the Dollar Tree like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months back. This is a thing of kosher dill pickles. And those are old, and you can kind of tell they've not been used. I didn't buy them. It's the person who eats sandwiches and stuff a lot. I like sandwiches. I just don't like the processed. I consider that processed like sandwich meat, and I don't like to eat it. I mean, if I get desperate, I will, obviously. And then here's a thing of maraschino cherries. I bought those a month or so ago. Then over here we got some more Chick-fil-A sauce, my youngest daughter's. It's almost gone. Here's a thing of Olive Garden Italian dressing. It's almost gone, but that one's probably really old. And then here's another thing of it, and I bought that a while back. Here's a thing of mayonnaise, and even if I think it can still be used, it's alright. And like I said, my refrigerator is dirty. And then here's a thing of chocolate syrup. Here's a thing of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. And I really do love the Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, name brand. Here's another thing of Worcestershire sauce, however you say it. Here's a thing of real cream of coconut. And I used that and bought that like a month or 2 back, so it's good. Alright, let me get up. Sorry, guys. Oh, it takes me a while to get up. Oh, gosh. Anyways, sorry about that. So, here's a thing of mustard on the top shelf. And then here is a thing of Taco Bell taco sauce again. And just like the label on that mustard, we do have quite a few IGA name brand grocery stores around here, but I try not to shop at them because it's just cheaper for me to go to Food City grocery store or Walmart, even though my Walmart doesn't have like a big grocery selection. Or there's a store called Priceless and Save a Lot. Both of those stores are cheaper. It's just that Priceless and Save a Lot don't really have, or even Walmart, they really don't have a big selection. So that's why I go to Food City usually. And I do use someone else's discount card just to save money on groceries, because every little bit helps. But the reason why I haven't got myself a discount card yet is just because I'm too lazy to get one, to take the time to go sign up to get one. That's all it is. It's just kind of like a rewards card or whatever. Anyways, here's some more Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Then we got this chili garlic sauce. I bought that from the Dollar Tree a few months back. Here's some strawberry syrup. Here's some Ortega hot original taco sauce. Here's another thing of nasty Miracle Whip. Here's a thing of chocolate syrup. Here's a thing of ketchup. Looks like we need to get some more ketchup too. Here's a thing of A1 sauce. Here's another thing of mild Ortega brand original taco sauce. Here's some vanilla extract. Here is another thing of imitation vanilla extract. Then back here we got some, make sure that's all that's back there. We got some lime juice. I bought that 3 or 4 months back. Then here's the butter section. And we got, whenever I buy butter with my money, I buy butter. I usually buy salted butter, or if I can find it, it's hard to find anymore, but I really like the olive flavored butter too. But anyways, when the other person who is using their money buys groceries, they always get this imitation, I call it, butter, and I hate that stuff, but that's what they get, and I can't complain because it's not my money. So anyways, here's a back view of what my refrigerator looks like from the inside, in the bottom door, and on the inside of the refrigerator. I appreciate you guys for watching and taking your all's time. Looks like Maximo wants to get in the refrigerator. I'll close the door. But I really do appreciate y'all if y'all watched this video. And I will talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Bye-bye.